Alrighty, people, I'm back. Back. We had some breakfast at Denny's, and as we were leaving out of Denny's and getting ready to get back into our vans, I saw a guy in a minivan with his hatch open, and he was cooking. He had a whole kitchen set up back there, and I pointed to him, told Willow, "Hey, look, he's in the vehicle." And sure enough, he is a cyclist, and he was taking a trip on his bike. He was, I forget what Texas, and he had gone to some place to do bicycling. Oh, you know what? I do not have in. Sorry, I forgot the earpiece. Sorry. All right, guys. Sorry about that. I forgot that I have to plug this in. Is that better? Is that better for sound, guys? Sorry, I forgot that I have to plug in my headset for you guys. I forget that every time. You think I would know that by now and just remember it. Sorry. So what I was saying is we finished our breakfast at Denny's and we were leaving. We took our time, ate very slowly, leisurely, kind of hung out a little bit. And they had a little massage chair there, so I got a 15-minute massage. I wish it would have stayed on my upper shoulder area more than the middle of my back, because the middle of my back is not what's achy. It's my shoulders up here. I guess I have some tension. Probably because I'm not sleeping very well. But the volume is low still. Christina, check your volume, because I've got the earpiece in and I've got my volume turned up all the way, so it should be good. So anyway, as we were leaving out of the Denny's, after I got my little 15-minute chair massage thing, I saw a guy. He had his hatch. He was in a minivan too, I think a caravan maybe, and he had his hatch open, and he had his Coleman stove and everything sitting in his back. He had a whole little platform built. And I pointed to Willow and I said, "Look, another van dweller." And so we went over and introduced ourselves. And he's a cyclist. He does mountain biking. So he was coming back from a little trip that he had taken, a 20-day trip he's taking, and he's going back home to Texas. So yeah, that was pretty cool. He showed us his little setup, and he was making little fajitas on his Coleman stove. And he looked at both of our vans, and he said, "That's really cool." Asked us where we were going, and we told him we were going to the van build and everything. And he's thinking about getting a ProMaster. He's gonna get a ProMaster van, he said, within the next year. So I thought that was pretty cool. So anyway, that was our little adventure at the Denny's, in the Denny's parking lot. We're all hanging out talking with our minivan van dwelling going on. So Sunshine is saying I should maybe walk a little more. Yeah, I guess that might help. I tried doing some stretches yesterday, some like upper stretches with my arms, locking my fingers and stretching my arms behind me and to the side. It's just a lot of upper shoulder tension that I've got. I don't know what's going on there, but anyway, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. I might have to do a little bit of yoga. Do some yoga in the desert while we were in the desert in Arizona. I'll start doing my yoga again. I've really kind of completely slacked off on it. But yeah. Maybe a neck pillow. You know, I'm considering paying the $50 and getting that, what's that pillow? That My Pillow that's supposed to be really good. So I'm thinking about maybe that'll help me sleep too, because this last pillow that I bought was a $20 pillow, and it started out really, really good, but of course now the middle of it is saggy, of course, where you put your head, and I mush it every night. But I've had the hardest time with pillows. That's kind of been a battle all my life. And I do have a wedge pillow because I was trying to sleep on my back, because my hips hurt sleeping on my side, and I'm definitely a side sleeper, have been all my life. But I got a wedge pillow from Walmart. That was another $20 I spent on a pillow, thinking it would help me stay on my back. But I don't know, just sleeping on my back is not comfortable to me at all. But when I sleep on my side, my hip starts to hurt. So it's just one of those things. Ugh. You know what? And the funny thing is, I used to have a travel pillow. I used to have one of those little travel pillows, and I found that I wasn't using it at all. So in one of my thrift shop donation runs, I gave it up. I'm kicking myself now. But yeah, I'll definitely check the next time we're at Walmart or Five Below or somewhere and get a neck pillow. Maybe I should keep it on while I'm driving. Maybe if I put a neck pillow on while I'm driving, that might help. Because if I rest my head back like this on the headrest, that actually feels good, but it feels weird to kind of keep my head against the headrest. So yeah, maybe I need something around my neck while I'm driving. Maybe that'll help some of the tension from driving. So I'm just gonna keep my head pressed against the headrest. Feels weird, but not feels weird. I feel like it looks weird. How about that? Feels fine, but looks like we've got sun again. I'm gonna have to put up my sunshade, folded up sunshade thingy. I've got sun on the side of my face, burning the side of my face. And yes, I'm gonna take both hands off the wheel. Luckily I have good, whatchamacallit, alignment. All right, so yeah, I definitely gotta get a driver's side visor so I can have my visor come over. I can't move my visor, so it doesn't do anything for me. All right, put my head back. Missed my last couple days of travel. Oh, New Mexico. Yeah, I'm in New Mexico. We're actually heading to, so we are going to Albuquerque, and we're going to just take our time and hang out in Albuquerque the rest of today, because we're meeting up with two van dwelling guys who are also going to the van build. And because Willow's kind of tagging along with me, she's kind of indulging me in this meetup, because they kind of are people that I'm meeting, not so much her. So she's indulging me. So we're going to meet up with them tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock in Albuquerque, and then kind of all caravan together. I'm hoping one of the two guys maybe might be able to put this coil on for me, so that'd be kind of cool to get that done too. We'll see. I don't know if either of them are mechanically inclined. I'll ask tomorrow. I'll find out tomorrow and let you guys know. But yeah, so we're meeting, and I want to do a van tour of one of the gentlemen's van, the main one that I know. I don't know the other guy. But Lauren is the one who told him to contact me, or me to contact him, or whatever. So yeah, he is Hispanic. His name is Edwin. So yeah, I'm hoping to go ahead and do a little van tour of his van tomorrow as well. And if the other gentleman doesn't mind, I will do a tour of his as well. If they're ready. I don't know. They might be getting stuff built, and they might not want to do a tour until after it's done. So it just depends. So if you see it tomorrow, you see it. If you don't, you'll see it when it's done. So I was sharing the story that when we finished eating at Denny's, we took our time eating our breakfast at Denny's, and when we finished, we were at our vans, getting ready to get in our vans, and we saw a guy with his in his Dodge Caravan with his hatch up. He was cooking in the back, and he's a van dweller too, but he's only part-time. He does he's a biker, like mountain biker, and so he is coming back from a 20-day trip. So yeah, it was pretty cool to see him and talk to him, and he looked at both of our vans and was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool. You guys are doing the real deal." I'm like, "Yeah, we're actually living in ours." He said he normally travels with his wife because she does mountain biking too, but this was a long trip, and so he couldn't. Hey, there's Lauren. Yeah, Edwin. Yeah. So he and I have been in contact all day today, Lauren. So the gentleman I was talking to in the minivan, the mountain biker, he was doing a 20-day trip. His wife couldn't get away for that long, I guess, from work. So he does races and stuff like that. So I guess he does that for quite a bit. So yeah, it was cool to see another minivan dweller out there, even though he's just part-time. It still was pretty cool. So yeah, we you never know. And Willow took pictures of his kitchen setup because she wants hers built kind of like that. So she took some pictures and I'll get her to text them to me and share them with me, and then I'll put them on my Instagram and Facebook so you guys can see the way his kitchen was set up. He had a nice little platform. His platform covered pretty much the whole back, and he had a tri-fold mattress, 4-inch thick tri-fold mattress he said he found on Amazon for like 75 bucks. And so that's his bed down the on the driver's side. He said he normally travels with two because it's him and his wife, but he just had the bike on the other side. So it was pretty cool to meet a fellow vanner. Pretty cool. You never know who you're gonna meet out in these streets. Oh, looks like I'm going to have to do some AC again because I got the sun on me, burning up my arm. Yeah, we're being very, very safe. Very, very safe. We picked up someone else's walkie-talkie channel a little while ago. I thought it was Willow talking to me. So I was like, what? And then the woman said something else, and I was like, oh, that's not Willow. So we were in the Denny's parking lot. I guess people had walkie-talkies and they were nearby, or maybe they were getting gas too. It was a Flying J and a Denny's combination together. So I don't know if they were in, and there were RVs there, so they may have been in the RVs talking to each other. I don't know. So it was funny to pick up somebody else's radio signal. So I thought that was funny. But yeah. Oh, you like Denny's, huh? Somebody said they're jealous about Denny's. Huh? I haven't had Denny's in years, so that was and I just got a waffle. I wasn't really hungry. I usually have my oatmeal first thing in the morning. I didn't eat oatmeal. I didn't make my oatmeal this morning because Willow said she wanted to go grab some food. So I had a Belgian waffle with, and it came with like the, you know, the bacon and the sausage, but I don't eat meat, so I just got them to do it to fruit. She gave me fruit instead. So yeah. Oh, hot springs in New Mexico? Yeah, the one you sent me, Lauren, the hot springs thing, I just looked at, I think 1 or 2 of them, but they weren't in like I guess they weren't necessarily on our way, and I didn't want to ask Willow to kind of go out of the way. She's really anxious to get to Arizona, I think. So we're traveling a little bit faster than I would if I were by myself. If I was by myself, I wouldn't be nowhere near here. I would probably still be in Oklahoma, to be honest with you. I would have stopped and saw Vanner Fanners and stuff like that. And so yeah, I like traveling with someone, but that's the thing about traveling with someone. If they're not on your same travel pace or schedule, we're definitely going to be in Arizona way before the van build. I'll tell you that right now. So my goal was to be there like the 30th or the 31st, which is a day or two before the build starts on the 1st of November. I didn't need to be there a week before, but it looks like I'm going to be there almost a week before, about 5 days before, maybe 6. So anyway, yeah, I will definitely, well, although when I go back to Virginia, I'm gonna probably take a different route and hit some of the states that I didn't hit this go round, so it might not be till next year I come back through this way. So yeah. Nanette, hello Nanette. So I'm probably gonna cut through like the Midwest when I go back to Virginia for spring, and I might be going back earlier than the 1st of May now, because there is a meetup that is scheduled for April the 28th in, was it Maryland? I can't remember now. But anyway, I'm a part of a Facebook group that's African Americans who RV and who full-time RV or camp and RV or something like that. Anyway, there's some meetup happening on the weekend of April 28th that I want to go to because I missed the one for this year. So I will probably leave Arizona earlier now. I will probably leave the 2nd week of April, or even the 1st week of April. So I might be leaving like a month earlier, April 1st or 2nd, instead of waiting till May, so I can get to this meetup. So yeah, it's all good. I want to hang out with different people. And they're all mostly in RVs, so that's fine. I don't care. They know I'm in a van. They don't care. But yeah, I think that'll be cool, especially since I missed the one from this year. It seems like as soon as I hit the road, all this stuff for tiny houses and vehicle dwellers all started happening in that East Coast area that I was in. And I'm like, seriously, y'all? So I think had I waited another month and a half to leave the East Coast, I could have hit some of these little meetups and stuff on the East Coast and then came out west. But it is what it is. Hopefully there will be going on again next year, and I'll just wait a little later to leave the East Coast. Next year, I won't leave the East Coast until the end of October. I'll wait. So, which means I'll be late to the van build next year by about a week or so, which is fine because I probably won't need anything built next year either. But that's fine. I just go to meet people. I'm just going to meet people. I don't really need anything done. The few things I want to get done, I can do on my own at any time. They're not necessary to make my van livable. You know, the people that need things to make their vans livable, that's more of a priority than me doing my little things. And that's stuff I can do by myself probably. But if we're going to be there for the whole 2 weeks, I can get it done. Anybody have questions? Or are you guys just along for the ride? Oh Lord, very bad connection thing is popping up again, so I might lose you guys. Oh, Oklahoma City's clearing the way for tiny house in some areas. Yeah, I saw a thing about Portland's doing some tiny house stuff too, and RV stuff. So basically in Portland, from what I read, if I read correctly, if you're in Portland and you're on private property, you may live in a tiny house or an RV. So, and they won't harass you, so, or they're not supposed to anyway, not anymore. So the bad connection thing is popping up again. Don't know if you guys are hearing this or seeing this or but I see many comments popping up, so perhaps some of you are just listening. That's maybe a story. We could do story time, but I don't want to do that. Oh, so it's choppy. Yeah. Thank you, Lauren. Lauren's keeping a running dialogue here with me. Thank you, Lauren. Oh, I finished one story. I have lots of stories. Oh, I've got tons of stories. I can tell. I have someone who keeps telling me I should write a book, but it would be a sad book. Sad, sad, sad book. Oh, so it's choppy. Yeah, it looks like some people dropped off because it's probably too choppy in your area. Oh no, this is my last throat lozenge. Oh no. All right, so yeah, I'm trying to decide what story to tell. I don't know. I don't know what story I should tell you. Well, the one story that comes to my mind is kind of a sad story. I don't want to tell you guys a sad story. I don't have a whole lot of happy stories in my life. The happy stuff you guys are witnessing now. And I don't want to make people upset and sad by telling you all my childhood stories are mostly sad, so. Oh, once upon a time. Trying to see if I have any stories about my son that, I don't know. I'll have to think about that one. Plus the signal is bad. I don't want to start a story and have to start it, finish it later. So maybe I'll think about a story and we'll do a story tomorrow. Some of the things you want to build for your van if possible. Thanks, Angela. Oh, so the two things I was saying that I would like to build at the van build if there's scrap wood is the sink, where my sink is. So my bucket that I use for my gray tank and the 5-gallon jug that's my fresh water. I want to build some kind of a tabletop, countertop for those, because I have someone who's going to be making me an actual rectangular metal sink from scratch, and I already gave them the measurements. And once I get settled in Arizona and get a P.O. box, they're gonna send it to me this winter. So I want to, and the reason I want a rectangular sink and not the round bowl that I have is because I want to put it on sliders so I can slide it out and have access to the full sink. So, because it'll be like under where the water jug sits. So the water jug will sit on top of the counter, the fresh water, and then I'll slide the sink out, and then the spout will be able to go into the sink like that. And then the 5-gallon bucket that I'm currently using for gray will stay underneath. So that's one thing I want to build. Picking up. Okay. Guys, we're going to call this the end then. I must be in a bad spot. I will come back to you once we get settled. I will come back when I get settled at the, where are we going? The rest stop that we're going to go to. Well, the sink that I'm going to be getting Lauren is going to be made at no cost to me. It's being made by a metal worker, so he's going to send it to me. And it's the exact measurements I want. But because this keeps coming in and out, because my thing is coming in and out as well, I'm going to go ahead and just call this one a done one. It's another quick one. So I will come back once we're sitting still at the rest stop. What's going on, and we'll talk about the sink and the other things that I want to get built in the back. All right, guys. See you later. Bye.